My beloved child, come close to me now as the day fades into night, as the world around you grows quiet and still. I am here with you, just as I have been since the moment I first breathed life into you, just as I will be with you through every moment that follows. You are never alone, never forgotten, never beyond the reach of my endless love. As you prepare to rest, I want you to know that I am watching over you with a tenderness that surpasses all understanding. Every breath you take is a gift from me, every heartbeat a reminder of my presence within you. I formed you in secret, wove you together in your mother's womb with infinite care and deliberate purpose. Before you took your first breath, I knew you. Before the foundations of the world were laid, I loved you. You are not an accident, not a random collection of atoms and chance. You are my masterpiece, created with intention, designed with love, purposed for glory. Rest in this truth tonight. Let it sink deep into your spirit as you drift towards sleep. I created the heavens and the earth. I spoke light into existence. I set the stars in their courses and the planets in their orbits. Yet nothing in all creation is more precious to me than you. The mountains bow before me. The oceans obey my voice. The winds and waves submit to my command. But you, my child, you hold my heart in a way nothing else can. I delight in you not because of what you do, but because of who you are. You are mine, and I am yours, and this bond between us can never be broken. Close your eyes now and feel my peace washing over you like gentle waves upon the shore. Let go of the worries that have followed you through this day. Release the anxieties that have weighed upon your shoulders. I am taking them from you now, lifting these burdens that were never yours to carry. I told you to cast all your cares upon me, for I care for you deeply, completely, without reservation. Every concern that troubles your mind, I already know about. Every fear that grips your heart, I have already seen. And I am telling you tonight that I am bigger than all of it. Nothing you face is too difficult for me. No situation in your life is beyond my power to redeem, to restore, to transform into something beautiful. Trust me with these things that keep you awake at night. Give them to me freely, knowing that I am more than capable of handling whatever challenges tomorrow may bring. My strength is made perfect in your weakness. My grace is sufficient for you. My love never fails. Think about the lilies of the field, how they grow without toiling or spinning. Yet Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these. If I clothe the grass of the field, which today is here and tomorrow is thrown into the oven, will I not much more clothe you? If I feed the birds of the air, who neither sow nor reap nor gather into barns, will I not provide for all your needs? You are worth more to me than many sparrows. Not one of them falls to the ground apart from my will, and every hair on your head is numbered. I know you intimately, completely, perfectly. I know what you need before you ask. I understand the deepest longings of your heart, the unspoken prayers that rise from your spirit even when you have no words. I hear them all, and I am answering in ways you cannot yet see. My timing is perfect. My plans for you are good, and I am working all things together for your benefit, even the things that seem painful or confusing right now. As you rest tonight, I want to remind you of my promises, for my word is eternal and unchanging. Heaven and earth will pass away, but my words will never pass away. When I speak, it is done. When I promise, it is certain. I have promised never to leave you nor forsake you. I have promised to be with you always, even to the end of the age. I have promised that those who hope in me will renew their strength. They will soar on wings like eagles. They will run and not grow weary. They will walk and not be faint. I have promised that nothing can separate you from my love, neither death nor life, neither angels nor demons, neither the present nor the future, nor any powers, neither height nor depth, nor anything else in all creation. My love for you is constant, unwavering, eternal. It does not depend on your performance or your perfection. It is not earned by your good behavior or lost through your mistakes. I love you because I choose to love you, because loving you brings me joy, because you are mine and I will never let you go. Let my words wash over you now like healing oil, soothing every wound, calming every storm, bringing peace to every troubled corner of your soul. I am the God who sees you, who knows you, who understands you completely. I see beyond your masks and your defenses, beyond the face you show to the world, into the secret places of your heart where you hide your pain and your shame and your deepest fears. And even there, especially there, I love you. There is nothing you could ever do that would make me love you less, and nothing you could achieve that would make me love you more. My love is complete, whole, unconditional, and it is yours forever. You do not have to perform for me. You do not have to pretend. You do not have to be anything other than exactly who you are in this moment. Come to me as you are, weary and heavy laden, and I will give you rest. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. I offer you peace that the world cannot give, joy that circumstances cannot steal, hope that disappointment cannot destroy. I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not to harm you, plans to give you a hope and a future. These plans are good, they are perfect, they are tailored specifically for you and no one else. You are not walking someone else's path, you are not living someone else's story. Your journey is unique, ordained by me before time began, and every step along the way has purpose and meaning. Even the detours, even the delays, even the disappointments serve my greater purposes in your life. I am teaching you, shaping you, molding you into the person I created you to be. I am removing the rough edges, refining away the impurities, bringing forth the gold that has always been within you. This process is not always comfortable, but it is always loving. I discipline those I love, not to punish but to perfect, not to harm but to heal, not to break but to build up. Trust me in this process, even when it hurts, even when you do not understand. I see the finished product, the masterpiece you are becoming, and it is glorious beyond imagination. As sleep begins to overtake you, let your mind dwell on whatever is true, whatever is noble, whatever is right, whatever is pure, whatever is lovely, whatever is admirable. Think about my goodness, my faithfulness, my tender mercies that are new every morning. Remember all I have done for you, how I have led you, provided for you, protected you, sustained you through every trial and every triumph. Count your blessings, name them one by one, and you will be amazed at what I have done. You have been through valleys so deep you thought you would never see light again, but I brought you through. You have faced mountains so high you thought you could never climb them, but I lifted you up. You have weathered storms so fierce you thought they would destroy you, but I was your shelter and your strength. Look back and see my faithfulness written across every chapter of your life. Where you see endings, I was preparing new beginnings. Where you see failures, I was teaching lessons. Where you see pain, I was working healing. Nothing has been wasted, nothing has been in vain, and I am not finished with you yet. The best is still ahead, my beloved. The promises I have spoken over your life are still coming to pass. Seeds that were planted long ago are about to break through the soil and flourish in the light. Prayers you have prayed for years are about to be answered in ways that exceed your expectations. Dreams you have carried in your heart, dreams that I placed there, are beginning to take shape in the realm of the natural. Do not grow weary in doing good, for in due season you will reap a harvest if you do not give up. Keep believing, keep trusting, keep hoping, keep pressing forward. I am doing a new thing, and even now it is springing forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness and streams in the wasteland. Where there has been barrenness, I am bringing fruitfulness. Where there has been lack, I am releasing abundance. Where there has been sorrow, I am restoring joy. My restoration is complete, my redemption is total, and my power to transform is unlimited. Breathe deeply now, in and out. slow and steady, letting each breath remind you that I am the breath of life within you. I sustain you, I uphold you, I keep you alive and functioning every moment of every day. Your lungs expand and contract by my design. Your heart beats in rhythm with my purposes. Your blood flows through your veins carrying life to every cell because I will it to be so. You are fearfully and wonderfully made, created in my image, bearing my likeness, carrying my spirit within you. You are the temple of the living God, the dwelling place of the Most High. I have made my home in you and I will never leave. When you wake in the morning, I will be there. When you walk through your day, I will be beside you. When you lay down at night, I will watch over you. I am your constant companion, your faithful friend, your loving Father who delights in spending time with you. I want you to know tonight that you are forgiven completely and eternally. If you have been carrying guilt or shame, release it now into my hands. I have removed your transgressions from you as far as the east is from the west. I remember your sins no more. They are cast into the depths of the sea, separated from you, forgotten by me forever. You are washed clean, made pure, declared righteous not because of your own merit but because of my mercy. I have clothed you in robes of righteousness. I have covered you with my love. I have crowned you with loving kindness and tender mercies. When I look at you, I do not see your failures or your faults. I see my beloved child, precious beyond measure, worth dying for, worth saving, worth redeeming. I gave my only son for you because you were worth it, because losing you was not an option, because my love for you demanded the ultimate sacrifice. That is how valuable you are to me. That is how much you matter. Let the darkness of the night be a comfort to you rather than a fear. I have given you rest as a gift, sleep as a blessing, nighttime as a sanctuary where you can retreat from the demands of the world and be renewed in my presence. While you sleep, I am working on your behalf. I am fighting battles you cannot see, moving pieces on a board you do not comprehend, orchestrating events and circumstances to align with my perfect will for your life. I never sleep, I never slumber, I am always watching over you with eyes of love. The darkness is not dark to me, the night shines like the day, for darkness and light are alike to me. There is nowhere you can go where I am not, no place so dark that my light cannot penetrate, no situation so hopeless that my power cannot redeem. I am God Almighty, El Shaddai, the Lord of hosts, the King of kings and Lord of lords, and I am your Father, your protector, your provider, your peace. Think about the shepherd's psalm. Let its words settle into your spirit like a soothing balm. The Lord is your shepherd, you shall not want. He makes you lie down in green pastures. He leads you beside still waters. He restores your soul. He guides you in paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Even though you walk through the valley of the shadow of death, you will fear no evil, for I am with you. My rod and my staff, they comfort you. I prepare a table before you in the presence of your enemies. I anoint your head with oil, your cup overflows. Surely goodness and mercy will follow you all the days of your life, and you will dwell in the house of the Lord forever. This is my promise to you, my covenant with you, my commitment that will never be broken. I am your shepherd and you are my sheep, and I know you by name. I call you and you know my voice. You follow me, and I lead you to places of safety and abundance. I protect you from predators, I heal your wounds, I search for you when you wander, I carry you when you are weak. You are never just a number in a flock to me. You are an individual, unique, irreplaceable, and I would leave the 99 to find you if you were lost. As your breathing slows and your body relaxes, imagine yourself in my presence, surrounded by my glory, enveloped in my love. See yourself sitting at my feet like Mary did, choosing the better part that will not be taken away from you. You do not have to strive or struggle or perform in this place. You simply have to be to rest, to receive. I pour out my spirit upon you, I fill you with my peace, I speak words of life and truth over you. You are loved, You are chosen. You are mine. You have purpose. You have value. You have a destiny. I have equipped you with everything you need to fulfill the calling I have placed upon your life. I have given you gifts and talents. I have opened doors of opportunity. I have connected you with people who will help you along the way. I am ordering your steps, directing your path, making your way straight before you. Trust in me with all your heart, and do not lean on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge me, and I will make your paths straight. The challenges you face are not meant to destroy you, but to develop you. The trials you endure are not punishments, but opportunities for growth. I allow pressure in your life not to crush you, but to strengthen you, like a diamond is formed under intense pressure, like gold is refined in the fire. What the enemy means for evil, I will turn for good. What seems like a setback is actually a setup for a comeback. What looks like an ending is really a new beginning in disguise. I am the God of resurrection, the God who brings life from death, the God who makes all things new. I can take the broken pieces of your life and create something beautiful, something whole, something better than what you had before. I specialize in impossible situations. I delight in doing what cannot be done. I am glorified when I make a way where there seems to be no way. Nothing is too hard for me. No mountain is too high, no valley too deep, no darkness too thick, no problem too complex. I am the solution to every equation, the answer to every question, the hope in every hopeless situation. Let go of control now. Release your grip on the things you have been trying to manage in your own strength. Surrender them to me, trust me with them. Believe that I am able to handle them far better than you ever could. My ways are higher than your ways, my thoughts higher than your thoughts. What seems impossible to you is simple for me. What appears complicated to you is clear to me. I see the end from the beginning. I know the perfect solution to every problem. I have the power to bring it to pass. Stop striving and know that I am God. Be still and rest in my sovereignty. I have everything under control, even when it does not look that way, even when circumstances seem chaotic and confusing. I am never surprised, never caught off guard, never uncertain about what to do next. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and everything in between is in my hands. Your life is hidden with Christ in God, secure, protected, held firmly in my grasp, and no one can snatch you out of my hand. I want to speak to the areas of your life where you have been disappointed, where hopes have been deferred, where promises seem unfulfilled. I have not forgotten you. I have not abandoned my plans for you. I am not delaying because I do not care. My timing is perfect, and what I am preparing for you is worth the wait. Abraham waited 25 years for Isaac. Joseph waited 13 years to go from the pit to the palace. Moses spent 40 years in the wilderness before leading my people to freedom. David was anointed king as a young man, but did not take the throne until he was 30. Waiting does not mean nothing is happening. In the waiting, I am working in ways you cannot see. I am arranging circumstances, preparing hearts, positioning people, building your character, strengthening your faith, deepening your dependence on me. The waiting is not wasted time. It is sacred time. It is necessary time. It is time when some of the most important growth occurs. Do not despise the waiting, embrace it. Learn from it, grow through it. Allow it to accomplish its purpose in your life. And know that when the time is right, when everything is in place, when you are ready to receive what I have for you, I will release it suddenly, abundantly, beyond anything you could ask or imagine. Your body is growing heavier now, sinking deeper into rest, letting go of tension and stress and worry. Feel the weight of my glory upon you, pressing down like a warm blanket, covering you with comfort and security. Under my wings you take refuge. In the shadow of my presence you find safety. No harm will come near your dwelling. No disaster will strike your tent. For I command my angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. They lift you up in their hands so that you will not strike your foot against a stone. I am your refuge and your fortress, your God in whom you trust. I will rescue you from every trap, from every deadly plague, from every scheme of the enemy. I will cover you with my feathers, and under my wings you will find protection. My faithfulness will be your shield and rampart. You will not fear the terror of night, nor the arrow that flies by day, nor the pestilence that stalks in darkness, nor the plague that destroys at midday. 1,000 may fall at your side, 10,000 at your right hand, but it will not come near you. I am your dwelling place, your eternal refuge, and underneath are my everlasting arms. Remember that I am for you, not against you. If I am for you, who can be against you? I who did not spare my own son, but gave him up for you, how will I not also, along with him, graciously give you all things? Who will bring any charge against you whom I have chosen? It is I who justify. Who is he that condemns? I have declared you righteous, I have pronounced you forgiven, I have welcomed you into my family as a beloved child. No condemnation exists for those who are in Christ Jesus. No separation from my love is possible. No force in heaven or on earth can remove you from my presence. You are sealed with the Holy Spirit, marked as my own, guaranteed an inheritance that can never perish, spoil, or fade. You are a citizen of heaven, an heir of God, a joint heir with Christ. All that I have is yours. All that I am is available to you. All my resources are at your disposal. You can approach my throne of grace with confidence, knowing that you will receive mercy and find grace to help in your time of need. I am healing you tonight as you sleep, body, soul, and spirit. Every cell in your body is being renewed. Every system is being restored to proper function. Every wound is being mended. By my stripes you were healed. By my sacrifice you are made whole. I am the Lord who heals you, Jehovah Rapha, and there is no sickness that can stand in my presence. I created your body. I understand its workings better than any doctor or specialist, and I have the power to heal what is broken, to restore what has been damaged, to regenerate what has deteriorated. I am also healing your soul, the broken places in your heart, the wounded areas of your emotions, the traumatized parts of your mind. I bind up the brokenhearted. I heal the crushed in spirit. I restore the years the locusts have eaten. I am making all things new in your life, bringing beauty from ashes, the oil of joy instead of mourning, a garment of praise instead of a spirit of despair. You are being transformed from glory to glory, renewed day by day, changed into my image with ever-increasing glory. Let my love surround you now like an ocean. Let it fill you like a flood. Let it overflow from your life into the lives of others. My love is patient and kind. It does not envy or boast. It is not proud or rude or self-seeking. It is not easily angered, and it keeps no record of wrongs. My love does not delight in evil but rejoices with the truth. It always protects, always trusts, always hopes, always perseveres. My love never fails, it never gives up, it never runs out, it never turns away. This is the love I have for you, and this is the love I want to flow through you to others. I have loved you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness, and I want you to love others with this same love. Let my love heal the hurts in your heart. Let it wash away the bitterness and resentment you have been carrying. Forgive those who have wronged you, release those who have hurt you, extend grace to those who do not deserve it, just as I have extended grace to you. You were forgiven much, so love much. You received mercy when you deserved judgment, so show mercy to others. You have been given grace upon grace, so be gracious in your dealings with those around you. I am preparing you for great things, my child. The season ahead is going to be marked by breakthrough, by advancement, by acceleration. Things that have been stuck are going to start moving. Doors that have been closed are going to swing wide open. Opportunities that seemed impossible are going to suddenly become available. I am shifting things in the spiritual realm that will manifest in the natural realm. What I am doing is so big, so beyond anything you have experienced before, that I need you to be ready for it. That is why I am taking you through this season of preparation, this time of waiting, this process of refinement. I am getting you ready to handle the blessing, to steward the increase, to carry the anointing that is coming. Do not grow weary in this place. Do not become discouraged by the delay. Do not lose heart when you cannot yet see what I am doing. Behind the scenes, in the unseen realm, I am moving heaven and earth on your behalf. I am working out every detail, solving every problem, removing every obstacle that stands between you and your destiny. When the time is right, you are going to step into a season of favor like you have never known before. Doors are going to open that no man can shut. Opportunities are going to come that you did not pursue. Resources are going to flow that you did not work for. I am about to surprise you with my goodness, overwhelm you with my blessing, astound you with my faithfulness. Sink deeper into sleep now. Let your mind cease its endless churning. Let your thoughts quiet and still. I give my beloved sleep, and that is what I am giving you right now. Sweet sleep, peaceful sleep, restorative sleep that will leave you refreshed and renewed when you wake. While you sleep, I will speak to you in dreams and visions. I will download wisdom and revelation. I will show you things to come. My voice is not limited to your waking hours. I can communicate with you in the night seasons, in the quiet moments when your conscious mind is at rest and your spirit is alert and listening. Pay attention to what I show you as you sleep, for I give counsel and instruction through the night. Your heart instructs you in the night seasons when you make me your dwelling place. I counsel you and watch over you even in the darkness, teaching you, guiding you, revealing my plans and purposes for your life. There is a table spread before you in my presence, laden with every good thing you could possibly need. Bread of life to nourish your soul, living water to quench your spiritual thirst, fruit of the Spirit to satisfy your hunger for righteousness. Come and eat, come and drink, come and be filled. You do not have to earn a seat at this table. You do not have to clean yourself up before you approach. Come as you are, hungry and thirsty, and I will feed you. Come empty, and I will fill you. Come weak, and I will strengthen you. Come broken, and I will heal you. My table is open to you always. My provision is available without cost. My resources are unlimited and inexhaustible. I am the bread of life. Whoever comes to me will never go hungry. I am the living water. Whoever drinks from me will never thirst again. I am the vine, you are the branches, and when you remain in me and I in you, you will bear much fruit. Apart from me you can do nothing, but with me all things are possible. I know you have been hurt by people, disappointed by those you trusted, let down by those who promised to be there. I want to heal those wounds tonight, to restore your ability to trust, to rebuild your confidence in relationships. Not everyone will fail you the way some have. I am bringing people into your life who will be faithful, who will keep their word, who will stand by you through thick and thin. I am connecting you with friends who will sharpen you like iron sharpens iron, with mentors who will pour wisdom into you, with partners who will help you carry the load. Do not let past hurts make you cynical or closed off. Forgive those who wounded you, release them from your judgment, and trust me to bring the right people into your life at the right time. I am a relational God. I created you for community, and I will surround you with people who will love you well, encourage you faithfully, and walk with you consistently. Some relationships are seasonal, some are for a reason, and some are for a lifetime. I will help you discern which is which, and I will give you the grace to let go when it is time, and the courage to hold on when you should. Your breathing is steady now, slow and rhythmic, your heartbeat calm and peaceful. This is what rest looks like, what peace feels like, what trust sounds like. You are safe in my care, secure in my love, certain of my presence. Tomorrow will have troubles of its own, but you do not need to think about that now. Today had its share of challenges, but you made it through with my help. Right now, in this moment, all is well. You are lying down in peace. You are sleeping in safety because I alone make you dwell in security. I am your fortress, your strong tower, your hiding place. When the storms of life rage around you, you can run to me and be safe. When the pressures of the world threaten to overwhelm you, you can find shelter in my presence. I am your rock, your anchor, your solid ground when everything else is shifting sand. Build your life on me, on my word, on my promises, and when the rains come and the floods rise and the winds blow and beat against your house, it will not fall because it is founded on the rock. I want you to dream tonight, to see visions of what I have planned for you. Dream of a future full of hope, a life marked by purpose, a destiny filled with significance. You were not created for mediocrity. You were not designed for insignificance. You were not meant to simply exist without making a difference. I have called you to be salt and light, to be a city on a hill that cannot be hidden, to be a vessel of honor, useful to me, and prepared for every good work. I have plans to use you in ways you have never imagined, to reach people through you that no one else can reach, to accomplish things through your life that will have eternal impact. Do not diminish your calling or downplay your significance. You matter more than you know. Your life has more meaning than you realize. Your influence extends farther than you can see. Every act of kindness, every word of encouragement, every prayer you pray, every seed you sow makes a difference in ways you may never know this side of heaven. But I see it all, I remember it all. I am recording it all, and nothing you do for me is ever wasted or forgotten. The enemy wants you to believe lies about yourself, about me, about your circumstances. He is the father of lies, and he has been lying to humanity since the garden. He whispered to Eve that I was withholding something good from her, and he whispers the same lies to you. But I am not holding out on you. I am not keeping good things from you. I am not stingy or reluctant to bless you. I give generously to all without finding fault. I lavish my love upon you. I pour out my blessings abundantly. I open the floodgates of heaven and release more than you have room to receive. The enemy says you are not enough, but I say you are more than enough because I am in you. The enemy says you are too broken to be used, but I say your brokenness is the place where my light shines brightest. The enemy says you have made too many mistakes to be loved, but I say there is nothing you could do that would cause me to love you less. Do not believe the lies. Do not listen to the accusations. Do not agree with the condemnation. Stand firm on the truth of my word. Remind yourself of my promises. Declare what I say about you rather than what the enemy whispers. You are righteous, holy, dearly loved, completely forgiven, fully accepted, and empowered by my Spirit. That is the truth, and the truth will set you free. I am so proud of you, my child. I am proud of how far you have come, proud of how you have persevered through difficulty, proud of how you have held on to faith when circumstances suggested you should give up. I see every battle you have fought, every obstacle you have overcome, every time you chose to trust me even when you could not see the way forward. I see the sacrifices you have made, the tears you have cried, the prayers you have prayed in desperation and hope. I have collected every tear in my bottle. I have heard every prayer you have whispered. I have seen every moment of your struggle. And I am here to tell you that it has not been in vain. It has not been wasted. It has been working for you, not against you. I am using everything in your life, even the painful things, even the disappointing things, even the things that seem like setbacks, to shape you and mold you and prepare you for what is ahead. The testing of your faith produces perseverance, and perseverance must finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, not lacking anything. You are becoming who I created you to be, and the process is painful, but the result is glorious. Let my joy be your strength tonight and always. The joy of the Lord is your strength, not happiness that depends on circumstances, but deep abiding joy that comes from knowing me, from being known by me, from resting in my unchanging love. This joy is not something you have to manufacture or work up through your own effort. It is a fruit of the Spirit. It grows in your life as you stay connected to me, as you abide in me and I in you. It is a gift I give freely to those who ask. If you have lost your joy, if life has beaten it out of you, if disappointment has stolen it from you, I can restore it. I can give you back the joy of your salvation. I can fill you once again with gladness and singing. I can turn your mourning into dancing. I can remove your sackcloth and clothe you with joy. My presence is fullness of joy. At my right hand are pleasures forevermore. And you are invited to live in that place of joy regardless of what is happening around you. Choose joy, cultivate joy, protect your joy from the thieves that would steal it. Let joy rise up in your spirit like a spring of living water, bubbling up to eternal life. You are drifting now between waking and sleeping, between consciousness and dreams. This is a sacred space, a thin place where heaven and earth touch, where my voice is easier to hear, where my presence is tangible and real. I meet you here in the night. I commune with you in the darkness. I reveal myself to you when the world is quiet and still. Listen for my voice, gentle and low, speaking peace to your troubled soul, speaking hope to your discouraged heart, speaking life to your weary spirit. I am calling you beloved. I am naming you chosen. I am declaring over you that you are mine and I am yours. Nothing can change that truth. Nothing can alter that reality. Nothing can separate you from my love. Not your past, not your mistakes, not your failures, not your weaknesses. I love you not because you are perfect, but because you are mine. I delight in you not because you have it all together, but because I created you and you belong to me. My love is not conditional on your performance. It is not based on your achievements. It is not earned by your goodness. It is grace, pure grace, unmerited favor, undeserved blessing. Receive it now. Let it wash over you like a wave. Let it sink into the deepest parts of your being. I am covering you with my wings as you sleep, sheltering you from all harm, protecting you from all danger. My angels are encamped around you, standing guard over you, watching over you through the night. No weapon formed against you will prosper. No scheme of the enemy will succeed. No plan for your harm will come to fruition. I am your shield and your defender. I am your protector and your refuge, and I will keep you safe through this night and all the nights to come. Sleep well, my precious child, sleep deeply and peacefully, knowing that you are loved beyond measure, valued beyond worth, cherished beyond expression. Think about the woman at the well, how she came in shame to draw water at noon when no one else would be there, and how I met her there not to condemn her, but to offer her living water. She had been married 5 times, and the man she was with was not her husband, yet I did not reject her. I did not shame her. I did not turn her away. I offered her hope. I offered her purpose. I offered her a future. And she ran back to her village to tell everyone about me. She became an evangelist. She led her whole town to believe. I can do the same with you. Whatever your past, whatever your mistakes, whatever you are ashamed of, I can redeem it all. I can take your mess and turn it into a message, your test into a testimony, your pain into a platform from which to help others. Nothing is wasted in my economy. Everything serves a purpose, and I specialize in bringing beauty from ashes. Consider the paralyzed man whose friends lowered him through the roof to get him to me. They had faith when he could not. They fought for his healing when he was helpless. They refused to let obstacles stop them. And when I saw their faith, I said to the paralyzed man, "Your sins are forgiven." Before I healed his body, I healed his soul. Before I addressed his physical condition, I dealt with his spiritual need. I care about the whole person, not just the external problems but the internal struggles, not just the visible wounds but the hidden pain. I want to heal you completely, body and soul and spirit, inside and out, from the top of your head to the soles of your feet. I am the God who makes all things new, and that includes you. Old things are passing away, new things are coming, and you are being transformed from the inside out. The caterpillar does not become a butterfly by trying harder to be a butterfly. It becomes a butterfly by submitting to the process of transformation. In the same way, you do not have to struggle to change yourself. You simply need to yield to my transforming work in your life. Think about David, a man after my own heart, who committed adultery and murder yet was not rejected by me. He sinned grievously, he fell dramatically, he failed spectacularly, yet when he repented with genuine sorrow, I forgave him completely. I restored him to fellowship with me. I continued to use him for my purposes. I did not disqualify him from his calling. His sin had consequences, his choices brought pain, but my love for him never wavered. I discipline those I love, I correct those who are mine, but I never reject, I never abandon, I never give up. You may have sinned like David, you may have fallen like Peter, you may have doubted like Thomas, but I am still here, I am still calling you. I am still planning to use you for my glory. Get up, shake off the shame, receive my forgiveness, and walk forward into your destiny. Do not let past failures define your future. Do not let yesterday's mistakes steal tomorrow's opportunities. I am the God of new beginnings, the God of fresh starts, the God of second chances and third chances and as many chances as it takes. Remember how Moses murdered an Egyptian and fled to the wilderness, thinking his life was over, thinking he had disqualified himself from being used by me. He spent 40 years in obscurity, tending sheep, feeling forgotten and abandoned. But I had not forgotten him. I was simply preparing him, giving him time to be shaped and molded and humbled. And then I appeared to him in a burning bush and called him to the greatest assignment of his life. At 80 years old, when most people would be retiring, Moses was just beginning his true calling. I sent him back to Egypt, not as a murderer on the run, but as my chosen deliverer, not as a failure, but as a leader anointed for a specific purpose. I gave him the authority to confront Pharaoh, the power to perform miracles, the wisdom to lead millions of people through the wilderness. His past did not disqualify him. His mistake did not prevent me from using him. His wilderness season was not wasted time but essential preparation. Whatever wilderness you find yourself in right now, I have not forgotten you. I am preparing you, I am shaping you, I am getting you ready for what is next. Your greatest days are not behind you, they are ahead of you, and I am about to call you out of obscurity into your destiny. Think about Joseph, sold into slavery by his own brothers, falsely accused by Potiphar's wife, forgotten in prison for years. Every circumstance suggested that I had abandoned him, that his dreams would never come true, that his life would end in obscurity and disappointment. But I was with him in the pit, I was with him in Potiphar's house, I was with him in prison, and I was orchestrating everything for his ultimate good. What his brothers meant for evil, I intended for good, to accomplish the saving of many lives. The pit prepared him for the palace, the prison prepared him for the position, the pain prepared him for the purpose. And when the time was right, I elevated him in a single day from prisoner to prime minister, from forgotten to famous, from nobody to the second most powerful man in Egypt. He went to bed a slave and woke up a ruler, because with me promotion does not come through human effort but through divine appointment. I am positioning you right now, even when you cannot see it, even when it feels like nothing is happening. I am working behind the scenes, arranging circumstances, preparing people, setting the stage for your breakthrough. What looks like a delay is actually divine setup. What feels like a setback is actually strategic positioning. What appears to be me doing nothing is actually me doing everything. Consider Paul, who persecuted the church with murderous zeal, who stood approving when Stephen was stoned to death, who dragged believers from their homes and threw them in prison. By any human standard, he was the last person who should have been chosen as an apostle. Yet I appeared to him on the road to Damascus. I knocked him off his high horse. I blinded him with my glory and spoke to him directly. I did not reject him because of his past. I chose him because of his future. I did not hold his sins against him. I transformed him into a vessel of honor. And he went on to write much of the New Testament, to plant churches throughout the Roman world, to suffer greatly for my name, to finish his race well and keep the faith until the end. His testimony was powerful precisely because of how far he had fallen and how high I had lifted him. His message had credibility because he had experienced firsthand the transforming power of my grace. I want to do the same with you. Your story of transformation will be your greatest message. Your journey from darkness to light will be your most powerful testimony. Your experience of my redeeming love will be the platform from which you minister to others. Let your body sink deeper into rest now. Feel every muscle releasing its tension, every joint relaxing, every system slowing to its optimal resting state. I designed your body to need this rest. I built in this requirement for sleep as a gift, not a weakness. In sleep, your body heals itself, repairs damage, rebuilds strength, restores energy. Your mind processes the day's experiences, consolidates memories, solves problems, gains perspective. Your spirit connects with me in ways that are harder in the noise and busyness of the day. Sleep is sacred, rest is holy. This time of quiet and stillness is essential for your well-being. Do not feel guilty for resting. Do not apologize for needing sleep. Do not push yourself beyond healthy limits in an attempt to prove your worth through productivity. Your worth is not determined by your output. Your value is not measured by your accomplishments. Your significance is not based on your performance. You are valuable because I created you. You are worthy because I love you. You are significant because you belong to me. I want to speak to those places in your life where you feel stuck, where you have been praying for breakthrough but seeing no change, where you have been believing for transformation but experiencing the same old patterns. Do not lose hope. Do not grow weary. Do not give up. The darkest hour is just before the dawn. The breakthrough is closest when the pressure is greatest. The victory is nearest when the battle is fiercest. I am teaching you to persevere, to persist, to press on regardless of how things look. Faith is not believing that I can do something. Faith is continuing to believe even when I have not yet done it. Anyone can believe when they see the answer, but I am looking for those who will believe before they see, who will trust when there is no evidence, who will hold onto my promises when circumstances suggest I have forgotten. Abraham believed I would give him a son even when he was 100 years old, and Sarah was 90, even when it was physically impossible, even when decades had passed since I first made the promise. His faith did not waver through unbelief, but grew stronger as he gave glory to me, being fully persuaded that what I had promised I was also able to perform. That is the kind of faith I am developing in you. That is the kind of trust I am building in your life, and that is why you are going through this season of waiting and testing. Think about the disciples in the boat during the storm, terrified and convinced they were going to drown, while I slept peacefully in the stern. They woke me in panic, crying out, "Teacher, don't you care if we drown?" And I stood up and spoke to the wind and waves, "Quiet, be still," and immediately there was complete calm. Then I turned to them and asked, "Why are you so afraid? Do you still have no faith?" They had forgotten that if I was in the boat with them, the boat could not sink. They had overlooked the fact that the storm had to obey me, that the winds and waves had to submit to my authority. They were focused on the circumstances instead of my presence. They were listening to the roar of the storm instead of remembering my power. I am in your boat, my child. Whatever storm you are facing, whatever waves are crashing over you, whatever winds are threatening to capsize you, I am there with you and the boat cannot sink. I may seem to be sleeping, I may appear unconcerned, but I am fully aware and completely in control. At the right moment, I will stand up and speak peace to your storm. At the perfect time, I will command the chaos to be still. Trust me in the tempest, believe in me through the turbulence, hold on to me when everything else is unstable. Remember Lazarus, how I let him die even though his sisters sent word that he was sick, even though I loved him dearly, even though I could have healed him with a word. I deliberately delayed for 4 days. I intentionally allowed him to die and be buried, because I wanted to do something greater than healing. I wanted to demonstrate resurrection power. I wanted to show that death itself has no authority over me. I wanted to prove that even the most hopeless situation is not beyond my ability to redeem. Martha said to me, "If you had been here, my brother would not have died," and she was right. But I had something better in mind than preventing his death. I intended to reverse it completely. And when I stood before his tomb and called, "Lazarus, come out," the man who had been dead for 4 days walked out alive, still wrapped in his grave clothes but completely restored to life. Maybe you feel like something in your life has died, like you have lost your dream or your hope or your future. Maybe you have been waiting for me to show up and prevent the death, and I did not come in time. But I have not abandoned you. I have something greater in mind. I am about to resurrect what you thought was dead and buried. I am about to bring life to what seemed finished. I am about to restore what appeared irretrievably lost. Get ready for resurrection. Prepare for new life. Expect the impossible to become possible. Your breathing is so gentle now, barely disturbing the air around you, soft and steady like the breathing of a sleeping infant cradled in loving arms. That is exactly what you are to me, my beloved child, safe and secure in my embrace, completely protected, utterly loved. I watch over you with a father's heart, with a devotion that knows no limits, with an affection that cannot be measured or contained. When I look at you, I see potential and promise. I see beauty and brilliance. I see everything I created you to be, even if you cannot see it yet. I see beyond your current circumstances to your eternal destiny. I see past your present struggles to your future victories. I see through your temporary weaknesses to your lasting strengths. You are a work in progress, a masterpiece in the making, a diamond being cut and polished to maximum brilliance. Trust the process, embrace the journey, believe that what I have started in you I will complete. I want you to know that your prayers are powerful, they are effective, they are changing things in the spiritual realm even when you cannot see immediate results in the natural realm. When you pray, heaven moves, angels are dispatched, circumstances shift, hearts are softened, doors are opened, breakthroughs are released. Your prayers are never wasted, never ignored, never ineffective. They rise before me like sweet incense. They are collected in golden bowls. They are remembered and answered in my perfect timing. Sometimes the answer is yes. Sometimes it is no. Sometimes it is not yet. But it is always given in love, always intended for your good, always designed to accomplish my best purposes in your life. Keep praying, keep believing, keep asking and seeking and knocking. The effectual fervent prayer of a righteous person avails much, and you are righteous not because of your own goodness, but because of my grace. I hear you when you pray. I am moved by your faith. I delight in answering the petitions of my children, who prayed year after year for a son, who was mocked by her rival, who wept bitterly in the temple because of her barrenness. She prayed so fervently that Eli the priest thought she was drunk, but she was simply pouring out her soul before me with desperate faith. And I heard her prayer, I remembered her petition, I granted her request. Not only did I give her Samuel, one of the greatest prophets who ever lived, But I also gave her 5 more children after she gave Samuel back to me. Her sacrifice was rewarded, her faith was honored. Her prayers were answered abundantly beyond what she asked. Whatever you have been praying for with tears and desperation, whatever you have been asking me for year after year, I have heard every prayer. I have seen every tear. I have not forgotten your request. I am about to answer in ways that exceed your expectations. I am about to give you more than you asked for. I am about to surprise you with my generosity. Consider the widow of Zarephath, who was down to her last meal, who had only enough oil and flour for 1 more loaf of bread before she and her son would starve to death. I sent Elijah to her in her desperation, and he asked her to make him a cake first before feeding herself and her son. It seemed like an unreasonable request, asking a starving woman to give away her last bit of food. But she obeyed in faith, she gave out of her poverty, she trusted me even when it made no sense. And from that day until the drought ended, her jar of flour was not exhausted, and her jug of oil did not run dry. She had enough for herself, her son, and Elijah throughout the famine because she put me first, because she gave when it was costly, because she trusted my provision. I am calling you to that same kind of faith, that same willingness to obey even when it does not make sense, that same trust in my provision even when resources seem scarce. Give and it will be given to you, good measure, pressed down, shaken together, running over. You cannot outgive me, you cannot outgenerous me, you cannot exhaust my supply. I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, the silver and gold are mine, and I delight in blessing those who trust me enough to give sacrificially. Let your mind wander now through green pastures and beside still waters. Let me lead you to places of rest and refreshment. Let me restore your soul in this quiet time. See yourself walking with me in the cool of the evening like Adam did in the garden before the fall, enjoying fellowship with me, conversing freely, feeling completely comfortable in my presence. That is the relationship I want with you, that kind of intimacy and openness, that level of trust and transparency. I am not a distant God who is too busy to care about your daily life. I am not an impersonal force that is too abstract to relate to. I am your father, your friend, your companion, and I want to be involved in every aspect of your existence. Share everything with me, the big things and the small things, the joys and the sorrows, the triumphs and the failures. Pray without ceasing, not in the sense of spending all day in formal prayer, but in the sense of living in constant awareness of my presence, turning to me throughout the day, including me in your thoughts and decisions. Walk with me, talk with me, live your life conscious that I am with you every step of the way. I am teaching you to hear my voice, to recognize my guidance, to distinguish my leading from all the other voices that clamor for your attention. My sheep hear my voice, I know them and they follow me. You can learn to hear me, you can develop sensitivity to my spirit, you can grow in your ability to discern my will. I speak through my written word, I speak through my still small voice in your spirit, I speak through circumstances and confirmations, I speak through other believers who speak truth into your life. I do not play games with you, I do not hide my will from you. I am not trying to make it difficult for you to find my path. I want you to know my will even more than you want to know it. I am committed to guiding you even more than you are committed to being guided. Trust that I will make my way clear to you. Believe that I will direct your steps. Have confidence that I will not let you miss what I have for you. When you delight yourself in me, I give you the desires of your heart. And sometimes that means I put my desires in your heart so that what you want lines up with what I want. Follow your heart when your heart is aligned with me. Pursue your passions when your passions are submitted to my purposes. Chase your dreams when your dreams are born from our relationship. Think about Gideon, who was hiding in a winepress thrashing wheat because he was afraid of the Midianites, who saw himself as weak and insignificant, who came from the smallest clan in his tribe. I appeared to him and called him a mighty warrior, not because of what he was in that moment, but because of what I knew he would become. I saw his potential even when he could not. I called out his destiny even when he felt inadequate. I commissioned him for greatness even when he felt small. He protested, he made excuses, he asked for signs, but I patiently confirmed my calling and equipped him for the task. And with just 300 men, I gave him victory over an army that was as numerous as locusts. I proved that the battle belongs to me, and that I can use anyone who is willing to trust and obey. I am calling you a mighty warrior today, not because you feel strong, but because I am your strength. I am commissioning you for significant assignments, not because you feel qualified, but because I will equip you. I am speaking destiny over you, not because of what you have done, but because of what I will do through you. Believe what I say about you more than what you think about yourself. Trust my assessment more than your own evaluation. Embrace my calling more than your own feelings of inadequacy. Remember Ruth, a foreign widow with no prospects, who chose to stay with her mother-in-law Naomi and follow me even though it meant leaving everything familiar behind. She had no idea that her decision would lead to her marrying Boaz, a wealthy landowner, and becoming part of the lineage of David and ultimately of Jesus Christ himself. She could not have known that her name would be recorded in Scripture, that her story would inspire millions, that her faithfulness in small things would lead to her being grafted into the family tree of the Messiah. Your choices matter, your faithfulness counts, your obedience has consequences far beyond what you can see. You never know when a seemingly small decision will have eternal ramifications, when an act of kindness will change someone's trajectory, when a word of encouragement will save someone's life. Live faithfully in the moment. Trust me with the outcomes. Believe that I am weaving everything together into a beautiful tapestry, even when you can only see the tangled threads on the back. One day you will see the full picture. One day you will understand how it all fit together. One day you will marvel at how I worked everything out for good. Your eyes are heavy now, pulling closed like curtains at the end of the day, blocking out the light, ushering in the darkness that is necessary for rest. Do not fight it. Do not resist the sleep that is overtaking you. Let yourself drift into that peaceful place where conscious thought ceases and dreams begin. I will meet you there. I will speak to you there. I will watch over you there. Your mind can rest because I never sleep. Your body can relax because I am standing guard. Your spirit can be at peace because I have everything under control. There is nothing you need to worry about, nothing you need to figure out, nothing you need to fix right now. This is a time for rest, a season for renewal, a moment for restoration. Let go of the need to be productive. Release the pressure to accomplish something. Give yourself permission to simply be still and know that I am God. I am the good shepherd and you are one of my sheep. I know you by name, I care for you individually, I protect you personally. When you wander, I search for you. When you are wounded, I bind up your injuries. When you are weak, I carry you on my shoulders. When you are hungry, I lead you to green pastures. When you are thirsty, I guide you to still waters. When you are afraid, I comfort you. When you are attacked, I defend you. I lay down my life for my sheep. I gave my all for you. I held nothing back. There is nothing I would not do for you, no sacrifice too great, no cost too high. You are that precious to me, that valuable in my sight, that important in my heart. Never doubt your worth. Never question your significance. Never believe the lie that you do not matter. You matter more than you know. You are loved more than you can comprehend. You are valued beyond anything you could earn or deserve. Let peace wash over you now like a gentle rain, soaking into your soul, saturating your spirit, filling every empty space with my presence. The peace I give is not like the peace the world offers, not a temporary ceasefire or a fragile truce that could break at any moment. My peace is deep, lasting, unshakable, rooted in my unchanging character rather than in changing circumstances. My peace can coexist with storms, can remain steady during trials, can endure through suffering. It is not the absence of trouble but the presence of trust, not the lack of problems but the certainty that I am bigger than any problem. Let this peace guard your heart and your mind. Let it stand sentry at the door of your soul. Let it protect you from anxiety and fear and worry. Peace be with you, peace be upon you, peace be within you. Receive it now as my gift to you, my inheritance for you, my provision for you. When you wake in the morning, I will be there. My mercies will be new, my faithfulness will be great, my love will be constant. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. I never change, I never fail, I never abandon those who are mine. You can trust me completely, rest in me fully, depend on me absolutely. I am God and there is no other. I am your Father and you are my child, and this relationship will last for all eternity. Rest now in my perfect love, sleep now in my perfect peace, and let all be well with your soul. My beloved, as you continue to drift deeper into rest, I want to remind you of the countless ways I have provided for you throughout your life. Every breath has been a gift, every sunrise has been my faithfulness, every provision has been evidence of my care. You have never faced a day when I was not working behind the scenes on your behalf, orchestrating circumstances, moving people, arranging resources to meet your needs. Sometimes my provision came in obvious ways, sometimes it arrived through unexpected channels, but it always came because I am faithful to care for my children. I am Jehovah Jireh, the God who provides, the God who sees your need before you even ask, the God who has already prepared the answer before you encounter the problem. Trust in my provision, depend on my faithfulness, believe that I will never leave you without what you need. Think about the Israelites in the wilderness, how I fed them with manna every morning for 40 years, how I provided water from a rock when they were dying of thirst, how their clothes did not wear out, and their feet did not swell despite decades of desert wandering. I met their needs day by day, not giving them a year's supply all at once, but teaching them to depend on me daily, to trust me for today's provision without worrying about tomorrow's needs. Give us this day our daily bread. That is what I taught you to pray, because I want you to live in daily dependence on me rather than in self-sufficient independence from me. I could give you everything at once. I could make you so wealthy and comfortable that you never had to trust me again, but that would not be good for you. You need me. You were designed for relationship with me. You find your greatest fulfillment in knowing me and being known by me. So I provide for you in ways that keep you close to me, that remind you of your need for me, that draw you back to me again and again. Remember the widow whose son died, how she cried out to Elijah in her grief and desperation, how I heard her pain and responded to her need. Elijah stretched himself out over the boy 3 times and cried out to me, and I heard him and brought the child back to life. What seems dead in your life, what appears finished and hopeless, I can resurrect. I can breathe life into dead dreams. I can revive relationships that seem beyond repair. I can restore hope that has been extinguished. I can resurrect faith that has died under the weight of disappointment. I am the God of resurrection, the God who specializes in impossible situations, the God who loves to show up when all hope seems lost. Never write off anything as beyond redemption. Never declare anything as permanently dead. Never give up on what I have promised even when circumstances suggest it cannot come to pass. I am the God who brings life from death, who creates something from nothing, who makes a way when there is no way. Consider Esther, an orphan raised by her cousin, who became queen at exactly the right moment to save her people from genocide. She did not know when she entered the beauty pageant that she was being positioned for such a critical role. She had no idea that her elevation to the palace was preparation for her destiny. She could not have imagined that her life would be the pivot point for the survival of the Jewish nation. But I knew I was orchestrating everything. I was positioning her perfectly for her moment of crisis. And when that moment came, when she had to choose between her own safety and the welfare of her people, she made the courageous choice to risk everything. I gave her favor with the king. I exposed the wicked plot of Haman. I turned the tables on the enemy, and what was meant to destroy my people became the instrument of their salvation. I am positioning you right now for your destiny, placing you in situations that may not make sense yet, moving you into places that seem insignificant but are actually strategic. Trust the process. Embrace your current assignment even if it seems small. Be faithful where you are planted because I am preparing you for where I am taking you. Think about Daniel in the lion's den, how his enemies conspired against him, how the king was forced to throw him to the lions despite loving Daniel, how everyone assumed he would be torn to pieces during the night. But I shut the mouths of the lions, I protected my servant, I vindicated his faithfulness. When the king came at dawn, terrified of what he would find, Daniel was sitting peacefully among the lions, completely unharmed, declaring that I had sent my angel to rescue him. The same God who shut the mouths of lions is capable of shutting the mouths of your accusers, silencing your critics, protecting you from those who seek your harm. I can cause your enemies to become your footstool. I can turn those who plot against you into instruments of your promotion. I can transform persecution into testimony. Do not fear those who oppose you. Do not be intimidated by those who threaten you. Do not be moved by those who seek to discourage you. I am your defender. I am your vindicator. I am your protector, and no weapon formed against you will prosper. Your body is completely relaxed now, every system functioning in perfect rest mode, every organ doing its restorative work, every cell being renewed and repaired. This is my design. This is how I created you to function, with built-in mechanisms for healing and renewal. While you sleep, your immune system is strengthened, your memories are consolidated, your emotions are processed, your physical strength is restored. Sleep is not wasted time. It is essential time. It is when much of the body's important work happens. Honor your need for rest. Respect the limits I have built into your human frame. Receive sleep as the gift it is rather than resenting it as a necessity. I made you to need rest because I want you to remember that you are human, that you are dependent, that you cannot sustain yourself by your own strength. In your weakness, my strength is perfected. In your limitation, my unlimited power is displayed. In your need, my abundant provision is revealed. Let me speak now to the places in your heart that have been hurt by others, the wounds that have not fully healed, the scars that still ache when touched. I see every betrayal, every rejection, every abandonment you have experienced. I know who hurt you and how deeply the pain went. I understand the trauma you carry. I recognize the ways you have protected yourself to avoid being hurt again. But I want you to know that while people have failed you, I never will. While others have disappointed you, I never will. While relationships have let you down, I never will. I am not like those who wounded you. I am not unpredictable like those who betrayed you. I am not unreliable like those who abandoned you. I am steady. I am faithful. I am constant. My love does not fluctuate based on my mood. My commitment to you does not waver based on circumstances. My presence with you does not depend on your performance. I am the rock that cannot be moved, the foundation that cannot be shaken, the anchor that holds firm in every storm. I want to heal those wounds tonight, to pour my oil and wine into every hurt, to bind up every broken place, to restore what has been damaged. Let me into those protected spaces. Let me touch those tender areas. Let me bring healing to the deepest hurts. I am gentle with wounded hearts, patient with traumatized souls, careful with broken spirits. I will not rush you, I will not force you, I will not demand more than you can give. But I am inviting you to trust me with your pain, to let me into your hurt, to allow me to heal what has been broken. The healing may not happen all at once. It may be a process that takes time, but I am committed to seeing you whole. I am the God who heals, and I want to heal you completely, inside and out, from the surface wounds to the deepest traumas, from the recent hurts to the oldest scars. Think about the prodigal son, how he squandered his inheritance on wild living, how he ended up feeding pigs and longing to eat what they ate, how he finally came to his senses and decided to return home. He rehearsed a speech about how he had sinned and was no longer worthy to be called a son, how he should just be made a hired servant. But when his father saw him coming from a distance, he ran to him, threw his arms around him, kissed him, and called for the best robe, a ring, and sandals. He threw a party to celebrate his son's return, killing the fattened calf, inviting everyone to rejoice. The son tried to give his speech about unworthiness, but the father was not interested in condemnation. He was consumed with celebration. That is how I receive you when you come to me, regardless of where you have been or what you have done. I do not stand at a distance with arms crossed waiting for an adequate apology. I run to you with arms open wide, ready to embrace you. I do not treat you as a servant who must earn his way back. I receive you as a beloved child who always had a place at my table. I do not focus on your failures. I celebrate your return. Come home to me, come back to my heart, come into my presence, and you will find not condemnation but celebration, not rejection but rejoicing, not punishment but party. Consider Job, who lost everything in a single day, his children, his wealth, his health, his reputation, yet refused to curse me or turn away from me. His friends came and accused him of hidden sin. His wife told him to curse me and die, but he held on to his faith even when he could not understand what I was doing. He wrestled with me, he questioned me, he demanded answers, but he never walked away. And in the end, after the testing was complete, after his faith had been proven genuine, I restored everything to him double. I gave him twice the wealth he had before. I gave him more children. I gave him long life and the satisfaction of seeing 4 generations of descendants. What the enemy stole, I restored with interest. What was taken in a day, I rebuilt over time. What seemed like the end was actually a new beginning. Your latter days will be greater than your former days. The best is yet to come, and I am about to restore what has been stolen from you. Let your mind settle now into that place of peace that surpasses understanding, that rest that comes from knowing you are completely loved, totally accepted, fully forgiven. There is nothing between us, no barrier separating us, no obstacle preventing intimate fellowship. The veil has been torn, the way has been opened, access has been granted to the very throne room of heaven. You can approach me with confidence. You can come boldly to find grace and mercy in your time of need. You can draw near with a sincere heart in full assurance of faith. I am not distant or unapproachable. I am not angry or disappointed. I am not waiting to punish or reject you. I am your loving Father who delights in spending time with you, who enjoys hearing your voice, who treasures every moment of communion with you. Come close to me now in this quiet night hour, and let me whisper words of love into your spirit. Let me speak comfort to your soul. Let me minister peace to your troubled mind. Remember Peter, who denied me 3 times after swearing he would die before betraying me, who wept bitterly when he realized what he had done, who must have thought his failure disqualified him from ever being used again. But after my resurrection, I sought him out specifically. I restored him publicly. I asked him 3 times, "Do you love me?" giving him opportunity to affirm his love the same number of times he had denied knowing me. And then I commissioned him to feed my sheep, to care for my lambs, to shepherd my people. I did not reject him because of his failure. I restored him despite his denial. I used him powerfully after his repentance. He went on to preach at Pentecost with thousands coming to faith, to write letters that are still read today, to lead the early church with courage and conviction. His failure did not disqualify him. His weakness did not prevent me from using him. His mistake did not end his ministry. The same is true for you. Whatever you have done, whatever you have failed at, whatever mistakes you have made, I can restore you, I can use you, I can accomplish great things through you. Your past does not determine your future. Your failures do not define your destiny. Your weaknesses are the very places where my strength will be displayed most powerfully. Think about Jonah, who ran from my calling, who boarded a ship going the opposite direction from where I sent him, who ended up in the belly of a great fish as a result of his disobedience. He spent 3 days and nights in that dark, uncomfortable, frightening place, praying and repenting and acknowledging his foolishness. And when he cried out to me in his distress, I heard him and commanded the fish to vomit him onto dry land. I gave him a second chance. I recommissioned him for the same assignment he had run from. I did not give up on him even though he had given up on me. And when he finally obeyed and preached to Nineveh, the entire city repented, from the king to the common people, and I showed them mercy. Sometimes you run from my will. Sometimes you resist my calling. Sometimes you go your own way instead of my way. But I am patient with you. I do not discard you when you fail. I do not write you off when you disobey. I discipline those I love. I correct those who are mine, but I never abandon, I never reject, I never give up. Come back to me, return to my will, embrace the calling I have placed on your life, and I will use you mightily. Your breathing is so slow now, so peaceful, like the gentle rhythm of waves lapping against the shore, consistent and soothing. Let that rhythm remind you of my faithfulness, how it continues regardless of circumstances, how it persists through all seasons, how it never ceases or fails. As the waves keep coming day after day, year after year, century after century, so my love keeps flowing to you without interruption or diminishment. I loved you yesterday, I love you today, I will love you tomorrow. I loved you before you were born, I love you in this moment, I will love you through all eternity. My love is not a feeling that comes and goes. It is a choice I have made, a commitment I have given, a covenant I will never break. Nothing you do can make me love you more. Nothing you do can make me love you less. My love is complete, unconditional, eternal, and it is yours forever. Let me speak to your future now, to the plans I have prepared for you, to the destiny I have ordained for you before the foundation of the world. You are not an accident, you are not a mistake, you are not a cosmic coincidence. You were planned, you were purposed, you were created for specific assignments that only you can fulfill. There are people you will reach that no one else can reach, places you will go that no one else will go, things you will accomplish that no one else will accomplish. Your life has meaning, your existence has purpose, your journey has significance. I have given you a unique combination of gifts, talents, experiences, and perspectives that make you perfectly suited for your calling. Do not try to be someone else. Do not compare yourself to others. Do not wish you had different gifts or a different story. Everything about you is intentional. Everything has purpose. Everything fits together to prepare you for what I have called you to do. I am opening doors for you that no one can shut. I am making ways where there seem to be no ways. I am creating opportunities that you could never manufacture yourself. Watch and see how I work on your behalf, how I orchestrate circumstances, how I connect you with the right people at the right time. I am the God of divine appointments, the God of perfect timing, the God who works all things together for good for those who love me and are called according to my purpose. Trust my timing even when it seems slow. Trust my methods even when they seem strange. Trust my process even when it seems painful. I know what I am doing. I see what you cannot see. I understand what you cannot comprehend. I am working everything out according to my perfect plan, and that plan is good. It is beautiful. It is beyond anything you could imagine for yourself. Think about Mary, a young virgin engaged to be married, whose life was completely disrupted when I chose her to carry my son. The angel's announcement was both terrifying and thrilling. The calling was both an honor and a hardship. She would face gossip, suspicion, potential rejection by Joseph, the stigma of appearing to be pregnant outside of marriage. Yet she said yes to me. She surrendered to my will. She trusted me even when she could not see how it would all work out. And I protected her. I gave her favor with Joseph. I preserved her reputation. I used her obedience to bring salvation to the world. Your yes to me matters. Your surrender to my will is significant. Your obedience has consequences far beyond what you can imagine. When I call you to something that seems scary or difficult or costly, remember Mary. Remember that I will equip you, I will protect you, I will provide for you, I will work everything out for good. Your obedience opens the door for my power. Your surrender creates space for my miracles. Your yes to me releases my purposes in your life and in the lives of others. Consider Rahab, a prostitute in Jericho who hid the Israelite spies on her roof and helped them escape. She had heard about the miracles I had performed, about how I had parted the Red Sea and defeated mighty armies, and she believed that I was the true God. Because of her faith and her actions, she and her family were spared when Jericho was destroyed, and she was grafted into the people of God. She married an Israelite. She became the mother of Boaz and the great-great-grandmother of David, and she is listed in the genealogy of Jesus Christ. A prostitute became an ancestor of the Messiah because she chose to believe in me and act on that faith. Your past does not disqualify you. Your mistakes do not prevent me from using you. Your history does not determine your destiny. I can take anyone from anywhere and transform them into someone significant, someone useful, someone who plays a role in my eternal purposes. As you sink deeper into sleep, let me remind you of my faithfulness throughout history. I have never failed a promise. I have never broken a covenant. I have never let down those who trust in me. What I said to Abraham, I fulfilled through Isaac. What I promised to David, I accomplished through Jesus. What I declared through the prophets, I brought to pass in the fullness of time. My word is reliable, my character is unchangeable, my commitments are unbreakable. If I said it, it will happen. If I promised it, it will come to pass. If I declared it, it is as good as done. Do not doubt my word, do not question my promises, do not waver in your faith. Stand firm on what I have said, build your life on my declarations, rest in the certainty of my faithfulness. I cannot lie, I will not change my mind. I am not like humans who make promises they cannot keep. I am God, and with me what I speak comes to pass. What I decree is established. What I purpose cannot be thwarted. Let me love away your fears now. Let me speak peace to your anxieties. Let me comfort all your worries. Fear not, I am with you. Be not dismayed, I am your God. I will strengthen you, I will help you. I will uphold you with my righteous right hand. All who rage against you will be ashamed and disgraced. Those who oppose you will be as nothing and perish. Though you search for your enemies, you will not find them. Those who wage war against you will be as nothing at all. For I am holding your right hand and saying to you, do not fear, I will help you. These are not empty words, these are solid promises. These are declarations of my commitment to you. Take them into your heart, meditate on them in the night, let them sink deep into your spirit. I am with you, I am for you. I am working on your behalf, and nothing can stand against me. Think about the paralytic whose friends brought him to me, lowering him through the roof, because they could not get through the crowd. I saw their faith, I was moved by their persistence. I was touched by their determination to get their friend to me. And I said to the paralyzed man, "Your sins are forgiven." Before I healed his body, I addressed his soul. Before I dealt with the obvious need, I took care of the deeper need. And when the religious leaders objected, I asked them which was easier, to say your sins are forgiven or to say get up and walk. Then I commanded the man to rise, take up his mat and go home, and immediately he was healed and went out walking and praising me. I am concerned with your whole person, not just your external problems but your internal struggles, not just your physical needs but your spiritual condition. I want to heal you completely, save you totally, restore you thoroughly. Let me address the root issues in your life. Let me deal with the hidden things. Let me bring healing to places you might not even realize need healing. Your body is at complete rest now, every muscle relaxed, every tension released, every system functioning in optimal harmony. This is what I created rest to be. This is the gift I offer you each night. This is the blessing of sleep. Receive it gratefully. Embrace it fully. Let it do its restorative work in your body, mind, and spirit. Tomorrow you will wake refreshed, renewed, restored, ready to face whatever the day brings with confidence and courage. But tonight there is nothing to do but rest, nothing to accomplish but sleep, nothing to worry about but peace. I am watching over you, I am guarding you, I am keeping you in perfect peace as your mind is stayed on me. Trust in me forever, for I am an everlasting rock, a sure foundation, a safe refuge. In returning and rest you will be saved. In quietness and trust is your strength. Be still and know that I am God. Cease striving and see my salvation. Let go and trust my care. Remember the boy with 5 loaves and 2 fish. How he gave his lunch to me even though it seemed insignificant. How I blessed it and broke it and fed 5,000 people with food left over. What you have may seem small, your gifts may appear inadequate, your resources may look insufficient. But when you give them to me, when you place them in my hands, when you surrender them to my purposes, I can multiply them beyond anything you could imagine. I can take your little and make it much. I can take your weakness and display my strength. I can take your insufficiency and reveal my abundance. Do not despise small beginnings. Do not discount what you have to offer. Do not withhold your gifts because they seem inadequate. Give me what you have, and watch me multiply it, bless it, use it to accomplish far more than you could ever do on your own. Think about Zacchaeus, the despised tax collector who climbed a tree to see me because he was too short to see over the crowd. He was rich but empty, successful but lonely, financially secure but spiritually bankrupt. When I saw him in that tree, I called him by name and invited myself to his house. That day salvation came to his house, not because he was worthy but because I chose him, not because he earned it but because I extended grace. He went from being the most hated man in Jericho to being the most transformed man in Jericho, giving half his possessions to the poor and paying back 4 times anyone he had cheated. Encounter with me changes everything. It transforms priorities. It reorders values. It redirects lives. One real encounter with my presence, one genuine experience of my love, one true revelation of my grace, and you will never be the same again. Let the quiet of the night envelop you like a soft blanket. Let the darkness be a comfort rather than a fear. Let the stillness speak peace to your restless soul. I have given you rest as a gift, sleep as a blessing, night as a sanctuary where you can retreat from the demands of the day and be renewed in my presence. While you sleep, I am working on your behalf, fighting battles you cannot see, moving mountains you have not yet encountered, preparing answers to prayers you have not yet prayed. I never sleep, I never slumber, I am always alert, always active, always working everything together for your good. You can rest because I am watching. You can sleep because I am awake. You can let go because I am holding on. Nothing escapes my notice. Nothing catches me by surprise. Nothing is beyond my ability to handle. Trust me with your life. Surrender your concerns, release your burdens, and rest in the certainty that I have everything under control. I am doing a new thing in your life, and even now it is springing forth. Do you not perceive it? I am making a way in the wilderness of your circumstances. I am creating streams in the wasteland of your situation. Where there has been dryness, I am bringing refreshment. Where there has been barrenness, I am releasing fruitfulness. Where there has been death, I am speaking life. The winter season you have been walking through is coming to an end. Spring is on the horizon. New growth is about to burst forth. You will see the evidence of my work. You will experience the reality of my promises. You will walk in the fullness of my blessings. Be patient just a little longer, hold on just a bit more, keep believing just a while further. The breakthrough is coming, the answer is near, the manifestation is at hand. Do not give up now, do not quit when you are so close, do not lose heart when the finish line is in sight. Good night, beloved child. I am watching over you through the night, guarding you while you sleep, keeping you in perfect peace as your mind is stayed on me. Nothing will disturb your rest, nothing will interrupt your sleep, nothing will steal the peace I have given you. You are safe, you are secure, you are loved beyond measure. My precious child, as you drift into the deepest places of rest, I want to pour out my heart to you, to tell you things that perhaps you have forgotten or never fully believed. You are my treasure, my delight, the apple of my eye. When I think of you, joy fills my heart. When I see you, pride swells within me. Not pride in your accomplishments or achievements, but pride in simply who you are. My beloved child created in my image, bearing my likeness, carrying my DNA in your spirit. You reflect my character, you display my nature, you reveal my heart to a world that desperately needs to see me. Even in your weakness, even in your struggles, even in your failures, you show the world what grace looks like, what redemption means, what transformation is possible. I am not embarrassed by you, I am not ashamed of you, I am not disappointed in you. I am proud to call you mine, honored to be your father, delighted to have you as my child. Let me speak to the dreams I have placed in your heart, those desires that seem too big, too impossible, too beyond your reach. Those dreams did not originate with you, they came from me. I put them there, I planted them in your spirit. I whispered them to your soul in quiet moments when you were open to my voice. They seem impossible to you because they are impossible without me. But with me, all things are possible. What I have purposed will come to pass. What I have ordained will be established. What I have spoken will be accomplished. The dreams in your heart are previews of your future, glimpses of what I intend to do in and through your life, visions of the destiny I have prepared for you. Do not let fear talk you out of them. Do not let doubt convince you they are foolish. Do not let circumstances persuade you they are unrealistic. Hold on to those dreams, nurture them, protect them, and watch as I bring them to life in ways you never imagined. Think about Abraham, how I called him to leave everything familiar and go to a land he had never seen, how I promised to make him the father of many nations even though he was childless, how I told him his descendants would be as numerous as the stars even though he and Sarah were far past childbearing years. It seemed impossible, it appeared ridiculous, it looked like wishful thinking. But Abraham believed me, he trusted my word, he staked his life on my promise. And though the fulfillment took 25 years, though the waiting was long and painful, though there were times he struggled with doubt, I did exactly what I said I would do. Isaac was born, the covenant was established, the promise was fulfilled. Your Isaac is coming, your promise is on the way, your miracle is about to manifest. The delay does not mean denial. The waiting does not indicate that I have forgotten. The time that has passed does not suggest I will not follow through. I am preparing you and the situation. I am arranging circumstances and positioning people. I am working out details you cannot see. When everything is perfectly aligned, when the timing is exactly right, I will bring forth what I have promised suddenly and undeniably. Remember the woman with the issue of blood who had suffered for 12 years, who had spent everything on doctors but only grew worse, who heard about me and pushed through the crowd to touch the edge of my garment. She said to herself, "If I can just touch his clothes, I will be healed." And the moment she touched me, power went out from me and into her, and she was instantly healed. I felt the touch of faith. I responded to her desperate belief. I honored her courageous action. Then I called her forward, not to embarrass her but to affirm her, not to expose her but to celebrate her healing publicly. I said, "Daughter, your faith has healed you. Go in peace and be freed from your suffering. Whatever you have been suffering with, whatever chronic problem has plagued you, whatever persistent issue has drained you, reach out to me now in faith. Touch me with your believing, press into my presence with expectation, approach me with confidence that I am able and willing to heal you. I am the same yesterday, today, and forever. What I did for her I can do for you. The power that healed her is available to you. The compassion I showed her I have for you." Consider the centurion whose servant was paralyzed and suffering terribly, who came to me asking for healing. When I said I would come to his house, he replied, "Lord, I do not deserve to have you come under my roof. But just say the word and my servant will be healed." I marveled at his faith. I had not found such great faith even in Israel, and I said to him, "Go. Let it be done just as you believed it would." And his servant was healed at that moment from a distance by the power of my word alone. I am still speaking healing today. I am still releasing power through my word. I am still responding to faith wherever I find it. You do not have to understand how it works. You just have to believe that it does work. You do not have to explain the mechanism. You just have to trust the outcome. Say the word, "Lord," and it will be done. Speak healing into my body and I will be healed. Declare restoration over my life and I will be restored. Command breakthrough in my circumstances, and breakthrough will come. Your breathing has settled into the slowest, most peaceful rhythm now. Your body completely surrendered to rest. Your mind released from the day's concerns. This is sacred sleep, holy rest, divine renewal. I am ministering to you right now in ways you cannot perceive with your natural senses, healing wounds you did not know you had, restoring areas you did not realize were damaged, strengthening parts of you that have grown weak. My spirit is moving through every cell of your body, speaking life to your physical systems, commanding proper function, releasing health and wholeness. While you sleep, I am working. While you rest, I am restoring. While you dream, I am healing. Trust this process. Surrender to this work. Receive this gift I am giving you tonight. Let me remind you of the valley of dry bones, how I took Ezekiel to a valley full of bones that were very dry, how I asked him if these bones could live. The situation looked hopeless. The bones were scattered and bleached. There was no sign of life anywhere. But I commanded Ezekiel to prophesy to the bones, to speak my word over the dead situation. And as he spoke, there was a rattling noise. Bones came together. Tendons and flesh appeared on them. Skin covered them. But there was no breath in them until I commanded the breath to enter them, and they came to life and stood up on their feet, a vast army. What looks dead in your life can live again. What appears finished can be resurrected. What seems beyond hope can be restored. I am the God who brings life from death, who creates something from nothing, who speaks existence into what does not exist. I am calling life into your dead situations. I am breathing on your dry bones. I am commanding resurrection in your impossible circumstances. What I did in that valley, I can do in your life, bringing together what has been scattered, putting flesh on what has been skeletal, breathing life into what has appeared dead. Think about the man born blind, how the disciples asked me whose sin caused his blindness. his own or his parents'. I told them it was not about sin at all, but so that the works of God might be displayed in him. Then I spit on the ground, made mud with my saliva, put it on his eyes, and told him to wash in the pool of Siloam. When he did, he came back seeing. The method was unusual, the process seemed strange, but the result was undeniable. Sometimes I work in ways that do not make sense to you. Sometimes my methods seem unconventional. Sometimes my processes appear inefficient. But trust me anyway, obey me regardless, follow my instructions even when they seem odd. I know what I am doing, I see what you cannot see. I understand what needs to happen that you do not comprehend. The man was born blind specifically so that at the right time, in the right way, I could demonstrate my glory through his healing. Perhaps your struggle, your challenge, your difficulty is not a punishment but a setup for my glory to be revealed, not a curse, but an opportunity for my power to be displayed. Let peace settle over you now like morning dew on grass, gentle and refreshing, pervasive and complete. My peace is not fragile or temporary. It is solid and lasting, rooted in my unchanging character rather than in changing circumstances. This peace can guard your heart and mind, can keep you stable when everything around you is shaking, can hold you steady when the storms rage. I have given you this peace as my gift, my legacy, my inheritance to you. Receive it now, embrace it fully, let it fill every corner of your being. Peace to your body, bringing healing and health. Peace to your mind, bringing clarity and wisdom. Peace to your emotions, bringing stability and joy. Peace to your spirit, bringing communion and connection with me. Let my peace rule in your heart. Let it arbitrate in your decisions. Let it govern in your life. Consider the story of Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, how they refused to bow to the golden image, even though it meant being thrown into a blazing furnace. How they declared that our God was able to deliver them, but even if he did not, they still would not worship any God except me. Their faith was not dependent on my intervention. Their trust was not conditional on deliverance. Their commitment was not based on outcomes. They believed I could save them, but they would serve me even if I chose not to. That is mature faith. That is authentic devotion. That is genuine love. And because of their faithfulness, I met them in the fire. I walked with them through the flames. I protected them so completely that they did not even smell like smoke when they came out. The fire that was meant to destroy them became the place where my glory was revealed. The furnace that was designed to eliminate them became the platform where my power was displayed. I am with you in the fire. I am walking with you through the flames. I am protecting you in the midst of the trial. What is meant to destroy you will demonstrate my faithfulness. What is designed to eliminate you will display my power. What appears to be the end will actually be the beginning of something glorious. Remember the feeding of the 4,000. How I had compassion on the crowd because they had been with me 3 days and had nothing to eat. How I did not want to send them away hungry for fear they would collapse on the way home. The disciples asked where they could get enough bread in this remote place to feed such a crowd. But I took their 7 loaves and a few small fish, gave thanks, broke them, and kept giving them to the disciples to distribute. Everyone ate and was satisfied, and they picked up 7 basketfuls of broken pieces that were left over. I care about your physical needs, not just your spiritual condition. I am concerned about your practical circumstances, not just your eternal destiny. I see when you are hungry, I know when you are lacking, I understand when resources are scarce. And I am able to provide, to multiply what little you have, to create abundance out of scarcity. Bring me your insufficient resources, your inadequate supplies, your meager provisions, and watch me multiply them to meet not only your need, but the needs of many others as well. Sleep well, dream beautiful dreams, and wake in the morning refreshed and ready for a new day. I am with you always, even unto the end of the age. You are never alone, never forgotten, never beyond the reach of my love. Rest now in my everlasting arms, sleep peacefully in my presence, and know that all is well with your soul. I love you with an everlasting love. I have drawn you with unfailing kindness, and I will never let you go. Tomorrow will bring new mercies, fresh grace, abundant provision for whatever you face. But tonight is for rest, for peace, for renewal. Let go of everything else and simply be held by me, loved by me, kept by me. You are my beloved child, and I am your faithful father, and nothing will ever change that truth. Close your eyes now and rest in my perfect love, sleep in my perfect peace, and trust in my perfect care. Good night, precious one. Sweet dreams and deep rest. I am here, I am near, and all is well. Amen and amen.